It can be really tricky trying to decide on what coffee to buy next month after you've finished the ones that you're currently on. So how do you make that decision? Well, you buy a subscription box on coffeewithgpa.com. In this video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the latest subscription box from Dog & Hat Coffee, which is kind of cool. There's a picture of a dog on it. If you're new to this channel and you love learning more about the coffee that's available to you on the market, as well as finding out a few tips and tricks along the way, please consider subscribing so that we can share our enthusiasm for coffee and look forward to learning a lot more. So, Dog & Hat Coffee. This little subscription box is actually it's actually quite a little charming thing to come through the post. One thing I love about the subscription service is it's become such a big thing recently, and I think as the specialty coffee industry gets bigger and bigger around the UK, it's lovely to have an opportunity to try brand new coffees, and perhaps coffees that we'd never even thought of before. So what do we actually get with our box itself? Well, let's give it a bit of an unpack and see what we can expect. So it comes in a nice square box. We have our February 2019 coffee guide. Now let's see what we've got in here. So it's given us a little bit of general coffee news from around the world. And a little bit of that news would go something as follows for this particular box. Square Mile on the move. We recently spotted a video from James Hoffman showing that Square Mile had to move out of their old roastery because the building had been sold in 2018 and the new landlord tripled the rent. So they quickly packed up their equipment and have now settled into their new location in Walthamstow, home of E17. They're in a good place. So it's kind of nice to learn a little bit more about coffee, not necessarily just restricted to the bags that would be available in this box as such. So a little bit more about the roasters that are inside the box as well. That's what I'm after, the tasting notes. So we've got the tasting notes now for each of those and a bit more background information on how the coffee was produced, its tasting notes, how it was roasted. Amazing, that's kind of cool. I think this is one of the best things about coffee because it can sometimes be a real struggle, can't it, to understand where coffee comes from, but also the background. This is the thing that stands out for me personally. I love learning about coffee and being a coffee enthusiast, it just reminds me of all the things that I'm truly passionate about. And having visited a coffee farm last year, seeing that journey from the plants themselves to where we get our coffee over here is a pretty impressive thing, and it's the experience side of it that's a really big deal now. Let's just see what coffees we actually get on the inside. Amazing. So we've got two coffees in this particular one. The Blue Bean Coffee Company. And we have the Hot Roasted Love coffee as well. So we've got two coffees that have come in this particular box. These subscriptions start from about £17 and go upwards depending on how many coffees you get, whether that's 2, 3 or 4 or 5 I think it is. So that's kind of nice. It means if you do drink a lot of coffee, I drink a lot of coffee, you can change this depending on what you think is going to be most suitable for your environment or for how much you're going to get through. Now the thing that jumps out at me, and I think this is a really important part, the bags themselves are the original coffee roaster bags. They're not generic company ones. Dog & Hat haven't created generic bags for these to go in. These are exactly as they would have been from the roaster directly. That's really cool. One thing that I do find is really nice about this is that you're getting to explore coffee, and certainly these were two new brands to me, and that's really exciting. But I get to see how it looked as if I would have bought it directly from the company itself. So this is lovely. Now let's just see what both of these coffees smell like, because it's all well and good paying 17 quid for your subscription box, but if you get coffee that doesn't smell or taste that great, we're not going to be in for a particularly great experience. So let's see what we get first, the Hot Roasted Love. Now this one is actually a German coffee, so it would have come through more of a European coffee on this one rather than just a UK one, which is kind of cool. So I think it's Cacao de Julia. I have no idea how you pronounce this. We'll pretend that's what it is. And the tasting notes are also all in German. I can't read German, I'm really sorry. I'm sure we can find out the tasting notes once we give it a try anyway. But let's see what it smells like anyway. Yeah, that is a super fragrant coffee. It smells very sweet. A lot of the coffees that I've been trying recently have got those chocolate notes in, and that smells very sweet and very chocolatey. Almost like a slightly darker chocolate Milky Bar, if that's a thing. It smells awesome though. That's the thing I love about fresh coffee. It just smells so fragrant when you get to try it and you get to open that bag for the first time. That is awesome. Let's try this fusion blend from the Blue Bean Coffee Company. Now this is a filter mix and the blend is from El Salvador, which is a natural coffee. We have one from Honduras, which is a washed process, and then the Ethiopian natural coffee in there as well. So there's going to be quite a lot of sweetness in this one from, judging from what's on the front, but also perhaps quite a fruitiness or a fruity type of flavour to it. The fruit flavours come out of this immediately. They really jump out at you from the bag. And it smells like almost slightly sour sweet fruits, a bit like blueberry in particular for this. Yeah, it smells gorgeous. I'm really impressed by this. It's really exciting, and because you're changing coffee every time, these have been curated specifically across the UK and Europe so that you get the best possible coffee experience that you could, which I'm really impressed by. Dog and Hat Love, thank you. This is an awesome way to explore new coffees from around the continent and to try something that personally I've never had a chance to do before. I really, really like that. If you fancy trying a box for yourself, grab one from the link below and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Were the coffees to your liking? Did you enjoy the taste? Did you enjoy that first experience of opening up the bag and seeing what was inside? Let me know your thoughts and let me know if there's any other subscription box I should be checking out as well. So enjoy your coffee, enjoy some new coffees, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Take care.